what we're seeing, right, like in these cases is just a racist double standard around gun rights, and really an opportunity to like have the mass scapegoating of Black people for crimes that they didn't commit. So instead of like giving us resources in our communities, we get more punitive policing. And so the map, and Claire can pull it back up or not. I mean, I think it might be helpful if it's pulled back up. So what we see in this map is like an increase in these CCW cases citywide. Sorry. What we see in this map is an increase in these CCW cases citywide. And that makes it clear like that this is a policy of policing that is being adapted and carried out by the Detroit Police Department, and being carried out by Kim Worthy and the prosecutor's office. So this is the character and the purpose of the police. They don't enact safety, but really what they do is enforce racism and inequality. So these cases are the latest iteration of that. And they're not, as Blaze said, they're not tied to any violent crime. It hasn't solved any crime. DPD hasn't solved any crime with these arrests, and they haven't stopped shootings in Detroit. All they've done is led to the criminalization of people who have, the majority of them who have legal guns, and served as a means for the police to target and harass large numbers of Black Detroiters. So Chief White spoke at his press conference, and he largely talked about gun violence, but he didn't provide any correlation between these arrests and gun violence. He didn't show any proof that these mass arrests of Black Detroiters have lessened gun violence or any violence at all, actually, in the city. So not only did he make these like kind of ridiculous claims that had nothing to do with these CCW only arrests, he also made it really clear that they pretty much refused to release the data. And they're not even prepared to release the same data that the Michigan State Police released. So that shows us that they see this as an opportunity to over police our communities. So in 2020, when Operation Legend, I'm just buzzing on my computer because it failed. In 2020, when Operation Legend was announced, right, like we opposed it. And the reasons why we opposed it is because we knew that federal resources were being used to support racist policing and terrorizing of our neighborhoods. And what we needed and what we still need at the time is like things like affordable housing and social services and literally anything else. But these CCW cases are some of the fruit of the investment of federal resources being pumped into policing under the name of stopping violent crime or making communities safer. But the truth is that it hasn't made our community safer. And so one of the biggest reasons why like we have to oppose this policy is it's not only to defend our rights to not be victims of over policing and scapegoating and racist tactics and these like stop and frisk tactics, but also we oppose racist policing and systemic oppression and inequality altogether.